Hey, Miss Marion here. We are going to go ahead and talk about volume of a sphere and also finding missing sides of cylinders. So you will need your note paper. You also need a calculator and something to write with. Go ahead and grab that, and then we can go ahead and go. All right, so first of all, where it says volume of a sphere, you need to write down this formula. The volume of a sphere is 4/3 times pi times r cubed, and r is our radius. And so write this down. And we're going to use this formula. All right, here is example number 1. It says find if a sphere has a radius of 1.5 inches, what is the volume? So again, and then we'll round it to the nearest hundredths. So that's 2 decimals. All right, so let's write down our formula. So 4/3 times pi times radius cubed. So we're going to have 4/3 times pi times, and then we're going to have 1.5, and if you use this little caret symbol, and then 3, it does the cubed. What it is, it's 1.5 times 1.5 times 1.5, and then we're going to times that by pi, so find your pi button, and then 4/3, and press enter. And if we have this, we have 14.1371, keep on going, right? And again, we want 2 decimal places. So we're going to look at the 7. So is 7 5 or above? Yes. We're going to give the original a shove, so we're going to have it as 14.1, and then we're going to shove the 3 to make it a 4. So it's 14, so our answer is 14.14, and it's going to be inches cubed. So this is our volume. All right, so here we have example number 2. We're going to go ahead and find the volume of the sphere. I forgot to change that. Sorry, we have a typo. But notice how here in our picture, 10 centimeters is all the way around. So 10, our diameter is 10 centimeters. So then we need a radius. How do we find that? We're going to say 10 divided by 2, which is 5. So our radius is 5 centimeters. And again, let's go ahead and let's write down our formula. So we're going to have V equals pi 4/3 times pi times radius cubed. So we're going to go ahead and put in our stuff. So we have 4/3 times pi times, and then it's going to be 5 cubed. So grab your calculator. So 4/3, put it in as a fraction, times pi, times, and then 5, and then caret top. It's kind of over by your 7 button, and then hit 3, and then we have it as 523.5987, right? And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to round this. So we want the 5, or we want the 9, so we're going to look at the 8. Is 8 5 or above? Yes. We're going to give the original a shove, so we're going to make the 9 a 10. Okay, so kind of think of it as like a 10. So we're going to have it as 523.60, because if we make it a 10, it also pushes the 5 to make it a 6. And then this is going to be centimeters, and then volume is always done in cubed. All right, here's another one. Find the volume of a sphere if the radius is 9. So again, we have our formula, 4/3 times pi times radius cubed. Put in our information, 4/3 times pi times 9 cubed. Let's put it in. Let's write it how we're going to put it in our calculator. So 4/3 times pi times 9 caret top 3. So we're going to have it as 3,536.6280, right? And then we want the 2, so we're going to look at the 8. Is 8 5 or above? Yes. Give the original a shove and make it a 3, and then it is going to be inches, not m, inches cubed. And then this is our answer. All right, find the volume of the sphere if the diameter is 24. So we have our diameter is 24. So remember, we want our radius. And that's going to be 24 divided by 2, which is 12. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to write down the formula. So we have 4/3 times pi times radius cubed. So it's 4/3 times pi times 12 caret top 3, because that's cubed. 4/3 times pi times 12 cubed. And we have it as 723.8.229. Keep on going, right? And again, we want the 2. So we're going to look at the 9. So does 9, 5 or above? Yes. Give the original a shove. So we're going to have it as 2, 3. And then it's going to be meters cubed. That's a 7, by the way. All right, so now this is a little bit different. It says if the volume of the cylinder is 251.2 feet cubed, the radius is 2, we want to find the height. So remember, our volume of a cylinder is pi times radius squared times height, and then let's put in the information. So again, my volume is 200. So it's 251.2 equals, pi is pi, right? And then we have a radius of 2. So we're going to have radius squared. And we're trying to find, radius. Our radius is 2. Let's put in a 2 instead of just r. So we have 2 squared times height. And we're looking for the height. So grab your calculator. And what we're going to do is we're going to multiply that pi times 2 squared. Pi times 2 squared. Right? And let's write down that really long decimal. I know, it's really long. So we have 12.56637061 times height. And then we still have the 251.2. Now we want to get height by himself. Right? So we're looking for our height. So that means we're going to divide both sides by 12, because these two are multiplying. Opposite multiplication is division. So we're going to divide 12.566376061. So we have 251.2 divided by 12.566376061. And in our calculator, we get 19.9898686. And again, we're going to round it to the nearest hundredths. So I want 2 decimal places. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look at the 9 next to him. Is 9 or above? Yes, get it with the original shove. So we're going to have it as 19 point, and we kind of have some. So we're going to move the 8 to being a 9. So it's 9.99. And then we have just feet, because it's a height. So a height is just feet. So this is a little bit different. So if you didn't understand it, make sure you go back and pause this, go back and do it again, because you're going to be asked to do this on your worksheet. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and try one more. So we have our volume, 175. This time we have a diameter, right? So the diameter is 5.2. So our radius is 5.2 being divided by 2. Okay, so grab your calculator. Let's do 5.2 divided by 2, which is 2.6. Okay, so again, we have our volume, of a cylinder, not a sphere. So our volume is pi times radius squared times height. So volume was 157. Pi is pi, right? Our radius is 2.6, caret top 2. And then we're trying to solve our height. Well, let's put it in purple. Okay, so grab your calculator. Let's do pi times 2.6 caret top 2. That does the squared. And we are going to have 1.237166634 times height, 157. And again, because the this number is multiplying the height, we're going to go ahead and divide by that number, the 21. So we're going to divide both sides by 21.237166634. Divide 21.237166634. Let's put in our calculator. 157 divided by 21.237166634. And we get 7.3927000019, right? And then we're going to do 2 decimal places. So we want the 9. We're going to look at this. The 2 is 2, 5 or above. No. So we're going to leave it the way it is. We're going to do 7.39 is going to be our height. Okay. Alrighty, so this is what we're doing today. We're doing volume of a sphere, and then we're also finding that missing side of a cylinder, the height. You do have a worksheet. Make sure you go ahead and do the worksheet, and you need to go ahead and make sure. So I'll put down here, put answers into Canvas. Okay, have a great day, and thanks for listening. Bye.